please give us some bread? Y'all make some noise.
Queer people existed, trans people existed, disabled people existed, and they were sacred, and they are sacred, and they are divine, and they are loved, just as each and every one. Thank you for being present here with me today. I want to ground us in that sacred knowledge, that indigenous knowledge, so I do want y'all to repeat after me. I am sacred, I am sacred, I am divine, I am divine, and I am loved. I am loved.
En Chihuahua Ashkan, en Tata Plaloli Somayocan, Chaneque en Cali, Tataconatiu en Anametzli, con el permiso del Hueven, con un toque de tecocoli, con un toque de agua, tierra y humo de copal, al ejecutar Lani Fled. Con un toque de huehue, un toque de tecocoli, con un toque de agua, tierra y humo de copal. Al ejecan, tlali, tled. En Plata Plaloli Someteo, Chaneque en Cali en Lakesh, Initzin Yolotzin y Pale Moani en Tlopinahuaque, Tlazocamati, Ometeo. Thank you.
Thank you. That last direction.
I don't know if y'all caught it, but I caught it the moment that they were chanting. Then she looked up and he noticed the clouds broke apart and started shining down on all of you beautiful people. So this is beautiful. That's how we want to start it off, right? We're not dark and gloomy. We're gonna shine bright, right? That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to be your MC. I'm going to say this again. My name is Lindsay Andrews. I'm going to give you a chance really quick to know me really fast. I am the first trans woman to be a radio personality on Tejano Radio. I am the first trans woman to MC not one, not two, not three, but 12 river parades for the city of San Antonio. Nor will I be the last. Boys and girls, there's so many anti-LGBT bills going on. There are 821 across the nation. That's 821 across the nation, and that's just trans bills. That's not just all the LGBT bills, that's just trans bills. Here in the state of Texas alone, there are 126 anti-trans bills that, I know, that Governor Sittler is trying to propose to us. Yeah, he's no longer Hot Wheels, honey. He is now Governor Sittler, okay? He is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit here, we're gonna show them that we're not going anywhere. We're beautiful, we're smart, we're capable, we are gonna be here, we've existed, we're not gonna disappear. Just because you think you can eradicate us doesn't mean that we are not gonna show you that we belong here. We belong at that seat, we belong at that table. Our voices belong along with everybody else that is deserving enough to be elected, to be an elected official. We're gonna make sure that we get people to be in a position that can help us be at that table. We're gonna make sure that we vote, and please make sure that you vet your candidates. And I'm happy to say that there is one candidate that is running for mayor that is actually here, that is showing her support for our trans community. Ms. Gina Ortiz-Jones is here. Thank you, Gina, for showing up. It is great to see that we have also an ally, not just because they're a part of the LGBT, but because they are also a part of our very own city council, Mr. Jalen Rodriguez. Jalen, thank you so much for being here. And what it gives me pride to see all of this going on, because in the last 3 years, you have not seen that representation here during the March of Us. We have asked, we have pleaded, we've messaged, and I got involved, and we started getting more involved and doing a lot more things. And I'm glad to see the representation from our city. And for those that are future, which I'm gonna call it and predict it, our future mayor, okay? It's beautiful, but you know, there was a lot of fighting going on, and there was a lot of hardship and a lot of things that went on. And this beautiful person that I'm gonna bring on next is the founder. She's the reason why we all have been brought together. She came up with this idea along with J-Pan. Jeremy, put your hand up. There, you can't miss him. They came up with this idea and they ran with it. And I remember the first year was kind of small, and she was kind of nervous, and then it grew and it got bigger and it got bigger. This is the 3rd year, and I'm so happy that she made it here today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to bring on your founder of Unfiltered Wings and the founder and creator of March of Us. Please give it up for Ms. Rain Garcia.
Hi Angels, I'm so excited. This turnout is amazing. I did write my speech down this year. I know the past years has been really difficult for me, and this one is no different than the past 2 years. So what an absolute incredible sight it is to see all of you gathered here today for the 3rd annual The March of Us. My heart is filled with an overwhelming sense of excitement and a hint of disbelief that we're all united in the extraordinary moment. Just 3 days ago, my world came crashing down as I got the news that I lost both of my parents in a house fire. Yet, instead of staying home in darkness and sadness, I needed to see the light. I felt their loving voices urging me to be here, to stand resilient and strong alongside each and every one of you. Deep down in my heart, I know that my mom and dad would want me to keep pushing forward in this fight alongside all of you. They would inspire me to be the beacon of hope, reminding us all that regardless of the challenges life throws our way, we are like phoenixes, rising with fire inside of us from the ashes that threaten to erase us. They held an unwavering belief in power of unconditional love and stood firm in their conviction that every individual deserves the right to live their truth and express themselves freely in this world. While my parents may not have fully understood the complexities of raising a transgender child, they excelled in the practice of unconditional love. They provided me with their freedom to explore my identity while standing steadfastly by my side, offering their unwavering support. They instilled in me the vital qualities of strength, compassion, and perseverance. I can feel their pride radiating from above as they look down upon us today, knowing that I'm here to showcase what true acceptance and love truly means. Though we may not achieve victory in every battle we face today, I assure you we will not back down. Look around, take a moment to observe the faces of those who are standing with us right now. These individuals and organizations are our chosen family. This is what empowers our community and solidifies our position as force to be reckoned with against who seek to harm us. We are equipped with the ability to love passionately and without fear of what lies ahead. To my amazing team, thank you for being my rock and support through every challenge and triumph. You guys help me pull through. To my dear friend Jeremy from the J-Pan Project. I am profoundly grateful for your belief in my vision and for your phenomenal role in bringing this remarkable march to life alongside me. Your steadfast support means the world to me, and you have always been an ally. Even when others may not recognize it, I know the person you are and where your heart stands. And for that, I will forever be thankful. Even though this is your final year here with us, as you head off to DC, you'll always hold a special place in my heart and in our creation. I love you, my friend.
I love you too, girl.
To Leo, Sophia, Jojo, and Jake, thank you for your unwavering support and for the tireless fighting for the rights of everyone. Your commitment and dedication inspire me every single day that we have different roles in our community. From fighting to end the epidemic of HIV, to fighting to keep our youth housed, to fighting for our rights, and to make sure everyone can get access to healthcare and mental health services. I am truly honored to call you my friends. I love each and one of you, and to all the organizations represented here, I extend my heartfelt gratitude for standing alongside us. Your support amplifies our voices and strains and collective message, making it resonate far and wide. Without your support, the march of us, our community couldn't do it alongside with all of you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. My brother JP and Mario would undoubtedly be incredibly proud to see us gathered here today, united in our mission and purpose. They love to give back to everyone they could help. No matter who you were or where you're from, they were big believers in helping one another. Without them, I couldn't be the advocate I am, fighting to end the HIV epidemic and fighting for our transgender rights, but not just trans rights, but for rights for all of us in this world. I know my purpose is to continue this fight, and together, let's unleash the inner phoenixes we were destined to become, ready to rise, shine, and embrace the love and acceptance that we deserve. Let us to continue to fight not only for ourselves, but for every individual who deserves to live the truth. Together, we will create a world where unconditional love reigns supreme, and everyone can flourish without fear or hesitation. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for coming together once again. I love you all, and remember, we fucking matter, and we fucking belong here.
Please give it up one more time, make some noise for Wayne. But girls, I'm gonna bring on this next speaker. Please make some noise. He is your councilman. Please give it up for Mr. Jalen McGee Rodriguez.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning. We say it back, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Jalen McGee Rodriguez, and I have the privilege and honor of serving as council member for District 2, representing the east and northeast side of beautiful San Antonio. I was elected in 2021 as the first openly gay man elected in San Antonio to City Council. And the first openly gay black man elected to any seat in Texas. But before I got elected, I was a high school math teacher. And I wanted to tell you a story about my very first student I met the very first day of school, my first year of teaching. I got there all dressed up, I had my clothes laid out on bed like the first day of school, because it was. I get there, the bell rings, and I'm nervous, I'm anxious, but I'm excited. And the first student comes up, walks into my room about 5 minutes late. Everybody's late at this time. They tell me the name that I can find them by on the roster. They walk into the room, and I'm waiting for my next set of students. Before that happens, they walk back out. With me into City Hall, and I remember my very first Intergovernmental Relations Committee meeting, and I got there and we're talking about the state legislative session, which was ongoing. It had been the 7th session in a row, and there were so many ugly anti-LGBTQ bills being authored and being pushed through, and I asked, what is our stance as a city on that? And at that point, we had not taken any. Compassionate City USA, non-discrimination ordinance, San Antonio, all of these things that we pride ourselves on, and we weren't taking a stance on things as basic as bathroom bills and as human dignity and respect. And so this past year, the case is still the same. It took me saying I was going to vote against our lobbying agenda if we did not actively oppose anti-LGBTQ, anti-trans legislation, and I got my colleagues' support. And so for the first time ever, we made it a part of our legislative agenda that we were going to actively oppose any anti-LGBTQ legislation. It's little things like that that matter. Because had we not had LGBTQ representation on council, nobody is thinking about us. They would rather, let the state bully the 1%, let them bully 10% of us, so that we're not impacted by utility legislation and how stupid stuff. Human dignity, our LGBTQ community, our kids, they matter so much more than that. And so I want you to really be mindful. May 3rd is going to be an election, city council election, school board election, all kinds of elections. Please be sure that you get out and vote. Please be sure that you get out and vote. I cannot handle a Patrick Von Dolan, a Patty Gibbons. I cannot. Please vote for candidates who are going to have our best interests in mind. Please continue to show up. It is beautiful to see you all again for the 2nd year in a row. I'll be here next year. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, that's Jesus. Everybody looks so nice today. Everybody's fresh and ready to go. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, look around. Look to your left and look to your right. These are your sisters and your brothers. These are the people that see you, acknowledge you, hear you, love you, and know that you exist. So thank you to everybody for being here. Housing is a trans right. Healthcare is a trans right. Our very own existence is our damn right, okay? And I'm happy to bring on this next speaker. He is one of the organizers that helped put this together. He has done so much, and I'm so proud of him. I love to see him speak. And when I see him, I smile because his story is so unique, but yet it resonates with so many of us. Ladies and gentlemen, please, please, please give it up for the very handsome Leo. Come on up, Leo.
Let's see who knows this chant. Who streets? Our streets. Who streets? Our streets. Who streets? Our streets. I know that's damn right. Awesome. Well, thank you, Lindsay, for the introduction. And good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being out here. You all decided to just literally get up and just come out today. So, mad respect. Showing up matters. Our visibility matters, and I want to take a moment to talk a little bit about why and the work that I do at Thrive. So the work that I do at Thrive Youth Center is all about helping LGBTQ youth exit homelessness and to make sure that we are creating a safe space where trans and queer young people can exist without fear, where they can access mental health, housing, and community, things that every person deserves. But the reality is, too many of us don't get that chance, and too many trans youth are struggling in a world that tells them they don't belong. And some of them don't make it, unfortunately. In the past year alone, we lost 2 of our youth to suicide. It's a heartbreaking reminder of the immense challenges they face and why access to affirming support and resources is so critical. I know what it's like to feel that way because I was a trans youth once too. When I was 16, right before one of the biggest speeches of my life, running for class vice president, I tried to take my life. I was taken to a mental hospital where a staff member gathered my documents and told me, "You're just a number on a piece of paper." Imagine that. At 16, when I was literally pleading for my life, that's what she told me. And at that moment, I decided I didn't need her anymore, and I begged the cop there to let me go with my parents, and thankfully he did. And that was the day that I decided to be my own champion. That was also around the same time that I came out as trans, right when SB 6, the bathroom bill, was introduced. I realized that no one was going to fight for me unless I fought for myself first. And I'm still fighting that fight, but not just for me, but for every trans youth out there who deserves a future. Growing up, I had many dreams. I wanted to be an astronaut, I still do, a marine biologist, a Spurs basketball player, an engineer, and honestly, I still want to do all that. But the point is, I had limitless dreams, just like every kid should. But at 15, my world changed when I discovered the word gender dysphoria and realized that I've always been a boy and that there were ways for me to mold my body to look the way that I wanted and that gender-affirming care could give me the life that I deserve. But the road doesn't always make it easy for us. Society pressures us to look a certain way and talk the same way and to fit into boxes that were never meant for us. And when we don't fit, we're punished for it. And instead of investing in the resources that could help trans youth thrive, San Antonio's proposed budget for 2025 includes $664 million for more police. Money that could be spent on housing, mental health care, education, and community programs. Imagine what the world would look like if we reallocated funding towards building a more equitable, more just society. Because at the end of the day, trans youth just want to exist in peace. We have dreams, we have ambitions, and we want to build our futures like everyone else. And that starts with visibility, with showing up, with resisting those who tell us we don't belong, and proving to ourselves and the world that we do in fact fucking belong. So today, I ask all of you, continue to show up, continue to exist, continue to resist, because our visibility is power. And imagine a world where every trans kid wakes up knowing they are safe, loved, and supported. And that world is possible, but only if we fight for it. Thank you.
That's right. Give it up for Leo, y'all. Are we ready for a chant? Yeah. Trans rights matter. Ready? Trans rights matter.
Trans rights matter.
Trans rights matter.
Trans rights matter. Trans rights matter. Trans rights matter. Trans rights matter.
So they can hear
Trans
you.
rights matter. Trans rights matter. Trans rights matter. Trans rights matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, it does matter. We matter. We're always going to be part of this, and we thank y'all so much. Once again, I'm so happy to see so many of y'all and so many familiar faces and so many faces that I have not had the honor of seeing before, but I'm just glad to see every single one of you standing here united, because united will never be divided, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this next speaker, they come to you all the way from, as a student from UTSA, majoring in Mexican American Studies. I'm gonna let them say their story. Please give it up for Marciela.
Good morning. I am ready to get this march started, but before then, I want to read some poetry for y'all. Alright? So, before that, my name is Bexar Hernandez. I use they, them pronouns, and I am a Mexican American Studies major at UTSA. And I am just so honored to be here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a community and showing that we will never be divided when we are in unity. So thank you. Alright, this one is called Healing in a World of Pain. Damaged, burdened with hurt, paralyzing me. Fear of being another statistic lives in between my ribs. Will I be safe? It makes its way inside my lungs, filling them up with the uncertainty of whether or not my identity will be respected. Stealing the little air I have left, robbing my trans siblings from this world. Surviving through contradictions, holding my breath to live, my chest constricted by tight fabric, this binder, my armor, holding me together in this uncomforting reality. When taking up space while being forced to hide is an act of resistance. Visibility is power. To make change, does my lifeless body need to be placed outside the Capitol steps? Will officials just step over me, avoiding accountability? A mother shed tears for her trans child, murder announced by CNN. My mother chokes on her own sobs because they look like me. Maternal figures praying for just one embrace to heal. If she loves hard enough, will her child feel it even in death? Fear stops students from using the bathrooms at school. Next, Benedict, your death woke me up from my slumber of naivete. Hatred has the power to steal innocence, claiming that we are undeserving of life, unfit to stand strong, waiting to crumble. Our existence being outlawed, yet guns not being regulated. Students never making it back home, being caught at the end of the barrel, bullets flying into their bodies before they were ever taught how to use their wings. Now, flying above us, their spirits reminding us of this effed. Smothering steel-toed boots press on my chest, keeping me down as I attempt to rise. Evict fear from this body it called home for so long. I will not shine the boot that steps on me, expressing gratitude in the wake of being walked on. I will bite the hand that feeds me lies of an unguaranteed security. My ancestors' protective presence embracing me. Like them, I must live for the future, find hope in the darkness, and refuse to let fear steal any part of my joy, any part of our joy.
Yes. Right, what's it going? If you get a chance, before we start marching, if you go to the March of Us Instagram page, you can find all the chants that we're going to be doing throughout the walk. Okay, if you don't, I believe that the route is also on there. Am I correct? No. Okay, well just follow whoever's walking. Okay, just make sure that you're following the right person. If you don't have your glasses on, make sure you have somebody that has good glasses, like that beautiful individual right there. Okay. Right, so just follow that. Not you with the sunglasses, the one with the readers. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to speak next. Deserves no introduction deserves a well introduction other than I've seen her speak, and I've seen her and I've heard her voice during many events that I've seen, and I'm captivated by her. Please give it up for the very beautiful April. Please make some noise.
My name is April Maria Ortiz. I'm a transgender woman. I'm a math professor too, but I won't ask you to do any math today. I was born in San Antonio at the same time as the Fiesta Parade. I've lived in Texas all my life. No days off for good behavior. Half my life has been spent in small towns, so I've heard a lot of country music out. And this is starting to change, but most of it's not for people like me, like us. There's this one song I heard a lot growing up. It goes, as I travel down the Bluebonnet Highway, I'm thankful I was born a lucky man, for I know that I can live and die my own way, somewhere between the Red and Rio Grande. I actually always liked that song, except for the man part. What I've come to realize there is that for a lot of the people who like that song, all Texans were created equal, but some are more Texan than others. To them, the only real bona fide 100% Texan, no questions asked, is a white cisgender heterosexual male with money in his wallet. What about a transgender Latina like me? Well, there's the Red and there's the Rio Grande. Pick one. Fuck that. This is my home. This is my fucking state. It doesn't belong to just them. It belongs to me. For years, for decades, I've tried to deny the truth of who I am. But as James Baldwin said, if you don't live the only life you have, you won't live some other life. You won't live any life at all. I didn't choose to be what I am. My attempts to cope with it, with gender dissonance, consumed me for so long. That idea, transition, was so terrifying. I couldn't look directly at it. That's what's so hard to explain to cis people sometimes. Once you admit what you are, there's no going back. Transition has begun. I was so afraid I'd be unlovable. But I also knew that I'd be no good to those I loved if I was burned out or dead. I am a trans Texan. I'm alive because I did the unthinkable. I transitioned. Good that I'm still here. I love my life. I love my body. I love who I am. I love what I am. Trans bodies are beautiful. Every day I get to live with myself as a bonus. Manna, joy unexpected. No one can take it away from me. No one. We live our joy as lawmakers plot our extinction. Fuck them. The voting uproar over the effrontery of our existence has to do not with our reality, but with their hidden agendas and passions and anxieties. Someone I knew told me that trans people bring hate on our own heads by always seeking attention and affirmation. The truth, of course, is that we simply want to exist. We simply want to be left alone. Leave us alone. Trans people have always been here. We just haven't always felt safe coming out. But there's no turning back the clock. We're gonna win our liberation today or tomorrow. At most, those who wish us death will succeed in causing pain and suffering on their way out. I call on leaders and institutions in our community not to help them, not to comply in advance. Because if you do, we will survive, and we will never let the world forget your self-preserving faithlessness. Give us help or get out of our way. We refuse to live in the dark any longer. The powerful and the rich can hate us or kill us, but they can't stop the joy that comes from knowing who we are. Thank you.
Yes. Latinos que se oyen. Bienvenido. All right, are we ready for the next next? I'm so used to speaking at doing drag shows and stuff that I'm over here saying next entertainer. Well, they're all entertaining. You're listening. You're engaged, and this is what we want. This is exactly what we need. We need people to listen. We show their example. This is what we do. We show them that we are loving, that we are united. Look at us. I mean, just look how beautiful this is. I'm so excited to also bring on this next speaker because I've known him for a really long time. I used to call into the radio station just to mess with him. And I would give different names just so that way he wouldn't know that it was me. But I'm so happy to see him here, and I'm very, 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 very grateful that he is speaking. I know him, but his 3 grandchildren know him as Pop Pop. So please give it up for the very handsome Mr. Christopher. Mr. Christopher.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. Give a big round of applause to Lindsay Andrews doing a great job today. There's a lot of faces here. I want to thank everybody for being here for Transgender Day of Visibility. My name is Christopher Stone, and back in 1996, I moved here from Philadelphia as a black lesbian who ended up DJing for a country radio station here in San Antonio, Texas. And then after a while, I've dealt with some discrimination. I've dealt with a lot of people that were quite accepting, but there was some discrimination that I've dealt with being a black lesbian from Philly DJing for a country station in Texas. I wasn't really ready at that time to come out as a transgender person. I wasn't ready to accept it, deal with it. I wasn't ready to put it on my mom, who was very accepting once I finally came out. But eventually I left radio and began my transition in 2011. So I'm a late bloomer who started my transition in my 40s. But I'm finally the man that I was meant to be. And then, of course, being in the public eye for so long, I was immediately asked, will you come speak at this event? And I said, no, I'm not ready for that yet. I wasn't quite prepared. So I didn't. However, I am speaking today because there are so many people that are trying to erase us and even criminalize us. I mean, do I look like a felon to you? Not like, thank you. I am not a crime. So today I stand in solidarity with my trans siblings so that the world can see us and get to know us as human beings. Being visible is not for everyone, and I understand that completely because I was one of those people who wasn't ready to be visible about it. But for the sake of others, some of us do have to come forward, and that's why we're here today. We have always been here. Just open the Bible that is used as a weapon against us. There are some verses that can actually be used for us that nobody ever speaks about. One of my favorites is Matthew 19:12. And in case you're wondering what a eunuch is, in the Bible, a eunuch is a castrated person who is actually held in high regard by queens. So this is Matthew 19:12 in the Bible. For there are eunuchs who have been so from birth, and there are eunuchs who have been made eunuchs by men, and there are eunuchs who have made themselves eunuchs for the sake of the kingdom of heaven. Let the one who is able to receive this, receive it. So today I ask, if you are able, please stand and fight for our freedoms, because they are under attack. If you are an ally, and I've seen some of my ally friends here today, I love you too. That's Laura Marie, by the way. I heard her voice. I know it was her. If you're an ally, please stand and fight beside us, because we need you more now than ever before. If you are a trans or gender diverse person, please know that you are not alone. You are loved for who you are, wherever you are in your journey. We are not going anywhere, no matter how hard they try. Those who are so filled with hate should really let go of their obsession with trans people and just let us live our damn lives. We need to unite as a community, whether you are LGBTQ+ or a cisgender straight ally. We can't do this without your help. If someone says something negative about trans people, if you're in a safe position, please speak up. Please show up for us when we need your support. We are all equal and deserve to be treated with respect. Let today be your motivation to stand and fight with us for equality and help stop the attacks on the transgender community. We can start by voting these hateful leaders like Greg Abbott and Ken Paxton out of office once and for all. Despite the huge number of bills they are trying to pass to erase us, I have hope for our future. We all should be able to live our lives freely. I am a human being who is now a proud husband. I'm a stepfather. I'm a grandfather to 3 boys that do call me Papa. Well, 2 of them call me Papa because one of them doesn't know how to talk yet. He's only 1 years old. Unfortunately, there are some transphobic leaders that have another agenda. Personally, I think their hatred and obsession with my genitalia is to hide whatever they are personally struggling with themselves. It's not okay, and we won't keep silent. I remember the words from the group ACT UP. Silence equals death. I have much more life to live, you do too, so we all must keep fighting so that we can live our lives. Thank you.
Yes. Y'all make some noise for Christopher one more time. Trans rights are human rights.
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 That's what it is. It is our right. It is our right to exist. Nobody is going to eradicate us because we've been here since the existence, ever since they started walking, okay? Except for, you know, somebody. That's fucked up. It was you. You made me say it. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of existing, this beautiful individual, I'm so grateful to exist in her world. I've known her for many, many years, 20 plus years, and she's been a firm advocate for LGBT rights for the past 12 years. And before any of us even thought it was right to fight for us, this beautiful woman showed up and showed out and continuously fights, has a very strong voice, and is known throughout the state, if not the country, because she is so outspoken, she is well informed, and she is one woman that you don't want to fuck with. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for the very beautiful Sophia.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Welcome, everyone. How are we feeling? Are we ready to fight back? Are we ready to fight back? So first, I want to thank a lot of our supporters, the Trans Youth Center, Trans Masculine Math, Equality Texas, Transgender Education Network of Texas for being part of this amazing march. Again, my name is Sophia Sepulveda, pronounced as she, hers. I am a proud and out transgender woman. I am the field director of Equality Texas, and so here we are again. So I want to say that we could have had a much better Trans Day of Visibility today. A day in which we are not mourning being removed from the White House pages or from the Stonewall records. This could have been a day to talk about how our community has persisted and we could have been able to make changes, reverse the Abbott and Bexar regime, aimed to strip my rights away as a trans woman. Thinking just a few years back, just how far we've come, only to end up where we were just less than 10 years ago. I have lived on my truth, in my truth, since I was 19. My aunt kicked me out of my house because, while I was going to college because I was too feminine, because I'm a girl. Can't help it. At 6 years old, I was assaulted by a construction worker near my house, and the abuse lasted 6 years that I had to spend in silence. Because when I told my mother, she told me to stop making things up, and that only little girls got assaulted, and I was not a girl, and to stop my delusions. So I stayed in silence. I blame myself for over 20 years because I felt that if I was more boyish, more manly, and less effeminate, I wouldn't have been in the situation, but I was only a very feminine 6-year-old little kid. I transitioned while working for a telemarketer company. Who hasn't done that? Right? One day, I was a boy, and the next day, I was me. I was Sophia, and I have not looked back ever since. I lost that job. I applied for many other jobs, but I got denied because my ID name and gender did not match how I looked. I was denied housing, also for the same reason. I had to live on the street, rely on survival sex work, stay in unsafe places, and seek toxic relationships that have a place to stay. Never mind that some days were in a hospital due to domestic violence that I suffered. That was 20 years ago. I changed my name and things got better. I saw parents loving and embracing the kids, and I thought things were better. We cannot change our ID, our gender marking ID now, and our passport for that matter. I thought we had prevented many things, but that was taken away from us when we allowed the current administration to gain the White House again. Yeah, boo, boo, boo. Now we are not safe. We are not safe in Texas. We are not safe in Colorado. We are not safe in Washington. We are not safe in California. With executive orders that said that the U.S. only recognizes a binary gender of male and female. Never mind intersex people existing. The truth is, in my years of really community organizing, building community, creating healthcare access and paths to it, I have come to realize that politicians or parties are never going to save us. It is the community. It is us together that will save one another. Parties, politicians, they exist as a vehicle to move the interests of the people through laws. And by all the ardent support people said they have for our transgender community, they did not show up in the voting booth this November. Where were you? I see no pride in genocide. They're genociding my community. They're erasing us. Are you there? In my time in the streets, the dolls created ways to access gender-affirming care in any way possible. We created roads to support one another. And we have forgotten just how to do that. I know it is a scary time for many folks. I have lived through administrations like this and we have not just survived. We've tried. Look at me, I'm here in front of you. Visibility really has brought us a long way, and we must not hide away. We have realtors, we have doctors, psychologists, musicians, actresses, field directors, living their lives out loud without fear, and that scares them. That scares them. And because we're no longer hiding and living incognito, we are now embracing ourselves. So to my young trans kids, to my young gender non-conforming siblings, I see you. I love you. We are going to get through this. And together, we will overcome. Whose house? Our house! Whose house? Our house! Whose house? Our house! So I want to invite an amazing my comadre, my bestest friend, an autore, compositore, a musician, Barbie, to teach us a little bit of chant.
Okay, I'm going to teach you two of my favorite chants, and we're going to use this on the march, so write it down or like remember. I'm going to say 2, 4, 6, 8, and you're going to reply, don't assume your kids are straight. Got it? 2, 4, 6, 8!
Don't assume your kids are straight.
Okay, that was a good practice, but you have to be up. 2, 4, 6, 8!
Don't assume your kids are straight.
2, 4, 6, 8!
Don't assume your kids are straight.
Y'all did great. The second one, I'm gonna say 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're gonna say, don't assume your kids are cis. Got it? 3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't assume your kids are cis.
Oh, y'all did great. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't assume your kids are cis.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't assume your kids are cis.
God, you gotta love that, don't you? Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for being here. We want to remind you, I know it's getting a little toasty now. Right over here, conveniently located, all these beautiful people right here. They have water, they have snacks. So hydrate, make sure you stay hydrated throughout the march. There are going to be people that are going to be going with you, so that way they can hand out waters and all that good stuff. So please, one more time, give it up for all the volunteers. They've done a wonderful job of being here. Shout out to all the organizers that put this together, and of course, veterans for equality, for making sure that we stay safe. Please make some noise for them, y'all. Make some noise. There are signs right here conveniently located. If you want to grab one, they're there for you, okay? Go ahead and grab one, be proud, and walk around with that. Show your pride, because we ain't going no motherfucking place, honey, okay? Remember, there's a resource fair going on, okay? All right, but before you all go do all that, before you go get your water, that's true, before we do all that stuff, we're gonna invite Red back up along to close us out, so please be mindful when you're walking through here.
Alright, so we're gonna offer a danza on behalf of Bakalpili Ayolo Boxing, and we're gonna offer one danza, and then we're gonna cross, and y'all can line up for the march, and we'll be here cheering y'all on with another danza as y'all go on.
So the first danza that we're going to offer is for the sun, offering, some prayers so that the sun can be kind to us today. And then we'll take a pause, which at that point you can line up, and we're going to be doing the second danza, which is to honor the earth, so that the earth can open up and have a safe march for each and every one of you and your families and children. Ometeo.
We need to be energized. Y'all energized? That's right. That's it. We're gonna hit the streets. This isn't a protest for me anymore. This is rebellion. This is what family fights for, and I promise to the day I die, I'm gonna keep fighting for the family that I love. So if you know somebody, and even if you don't think, and this is for the people that are walking the streets that don't think that they might not know, somebody in your life, 9, 10 times out of 10 is probably somebody that is totally, completely different than you and has a lifestyle that is not a lifestyle, it's who they are. So we ask you to please keep an open mind, keep an open heart, and listen to your fellow humans, because that's what we are. We are all human, and we all deserve the same love, we all deserve the same rights, and we all deserve to be able to live freely and breathe this beautiful air that we call Earth. So thank you so much for being here. It has been my honor. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lindsay Andrews. You can catch me all over the city because I'm not going to stop chanting. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep fighting. We're going to fight this fight together. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Barbie's going to come back over here and we're going to do some more, give you some more instructions.
Thank you, Emily. Let's start this march, man. Are we ready? Can you hear me? Okay, just real quick. We're gonna march at the pace of the slower walker. That means if you have a cane, if you have a walker, stroller, or anything, you're gonna be way at the front of the march. Everybody else, let's line up behind that. If we have any children that want to hold the banner, please also walk at the front. Families with children, please go all the way to the front. So we're gonna start lining up right here on the left. The banner is already there. Start lining up behind the banner. But make way for children, people with disabilities, people with canes, strollers, wheelchairs, anything. They're gonna go way at the front because we're gonna follow the pace of the slower walker. Veterans for Equality are gonna be peacekeeping. If you see something, say something. We're gonna keep each other safe.